Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie. I'm the owner of Qigong with Debbie. I am a yoga, Qigong, and Tai Chi and meditation teacher. Most of my population of students are over the age of 65. And that is a age where we start declining pretty rapidly. Now, decline doesn't have to happen if we do certain few things in our everyday life. What I find at this age, the biggest issue is balance. A lot of people tell me, and for myself too, I turned 70 this year, and I've noticed a huge difference even from last year. And balance is one of them. And it's could be frustrating, and it can also be very dangerous if you lose your balance. And there's a lot of reasons for this happening. One is that the body is declining. It doesn't have to happen though, if we do certain things. But also, it could be medication that you might be on. It could be lack of strength, especially in the lower extremities, especially the thigh muscles. It could be an inner ear thing going on. It could be lack of vision, not using. And one thing I've noticed, 70% of our information comes in through the eyes. So if we're not using our eyes in many different directions, you lose that peripheral vision, and that also will affect your balance. So I talk about doing that eye exercise where you just look at something, a point to look at, and you just move that point in many different directions without moving your head. So you get those muscles. We have 6 muscles in each eye. Those muscles get stronger, and also you're looking more peripherally. I think we tend to, because we're so afraid we're going to fall, that we tend to look down a lot. And of course, you have to look down to make sure you're not going to trip over anything, but you also should be able to see around you without moving your head so much. So those eye exercises are very important. So think about your vision. Maybe you need to work on strengthening your vision a little bit more. Some other reasons could be proprioception. Proprioception is another big one. So proprioceptors are little antennas, kind of like on the skin, and they're little antennas to help us navigate our place in space. So in other words, babies, when they're born, we swaddle them right away because they don't know their proprioceptors now. They just came out of the womb. They don't know the environment yet. They don't know how it feels yet through their hands and through their feet. So we swaddle them for a while because they would really hurt themselves. They would be flaring. And then the babies start to touch things with their hands and their feet. That's why they put their feet in their mouth. They put everything in their mouth also as babies. And then as they start to crawl and they start to, they're touching more things. Now their environment's getting more familiar. Then they start to stand, and then they're proprioceptive. Now they're moving in many different directions, and now they're not flaring anymore. So what happens is those proprioceptors get dull after a certain age, and those proprioceptors need to be stimulated. So we can navigate. What I mean by navigating our place in space, our hands and our feet and our mouth and our eyes all help us with our balance and how we move. So to activate them, there's a lot of Qigong movements that I love to do to activate proprioceptors, and those are shaking our body and tapping the body. That really activates the proprioceptors. So just doing that, shaking, tapping, doing that eye exercise is going to be really helpful for your balance. Now, the other thing, what I love about Tai Chi does many different, it's a flow, it's nothing stagnant, it's a continuous flow of movements. It also helps us to quiet down our system too. It's a slower, smooth movement, and it's about mindfulness. Paying attention to the mindfulness of the movements is very important also for balance. And also, again, how to navigate your place in space. And there's something beautiful about that. We have to be more mindful of how we're moving on a continuous basis, like when you're going up and down steps. Make sure you're holding on to a railing. Make sure you're not loaded up with holding bags and stuff without being able to hold on to something. Being mindful of stepping down on each step, being mindful of stepping up on each step, being mindful of looking around your environment. When you're in an environment, look all around. Look up, look down, look behind you, just to kind of take in your environment. I get really flustered in a mall, I've noticed. Never really happened to me before until recently. I go to a mall and I'm like, I can't navigate myself. There's just like too much going on. It's noisy. There's too many people. Airports, same thing. So I'm working on that. I'm working how to be more mindful of certain situations, especially like driving, being really mindful of driving too. Sometimes I have to tell myself I'm coming up to a red light. The light is green now. I mean, I cue myself to step into that mindfulness without rushing through something. Rushing can be, there's no point in rushing unless it's an emergency. And the beauty of that, of being mindful, it gives you more time. It gives you more time. It's a funny thing. It feels like time maybe slows down a little bit, and maybe you can enjoy the moment a lot more. Why be in a hurry? I'm not in a hurry really to go anywhere. I don't, I find when I go into that hurry moment, things happen, like I'll trip or something like that, or I'm not paying attention how I'm driving. So these are all things that we can do, and they're not hard to do. It's just being aware of these certain things so we don't decline even more. Now, the Tai Chi, which I love, also is you're using your brain to learn more new movements. We're very linear. We don't move in many different directions when we're older also. Again, not a good thing. You want to do activities that give you different range of motion. Like pickleball is very popular, really good thing because it's an eye movement coordination. You're moving in many different directions with the feet. Great exercise to do. But not all of us can do that either. But the Tai Chi is a great, safe way to move and move your body many different directions. Um, like when we're moving the energy, that the Tai Chi is actually moving. You're moving that internal and external energy. These are all energy practices also. And learning new move, there's a lot of movements in Tai Chi, and learning all these new movements also helps us to activate the brain. And a lot of these movements, we're moving in many different directions. We're moving the arms up and down. We're moving our legs from side to side. We're moving forward and back. We're moving back and forth. So there's a lot of movements. Again, they're slow, they're simple, and they're smooth. So it helps. It's a lot safer to do Tai Chi. And also, coming back to the balance, it helps us to learn how to balance our body. Standing on one leg, moving from side to side. That creates an agility to your body too. Doing more, we do some squatting also in Tai Chi, using those upper thigh muscles, very important for balance and strength. And getting the flow moving. We don't want anything stagnant in the body. Stagnation is very inflammatory to a system. So moving the flow going through us, the body's looser, the body maybe can be more agile to get out of a way of something, being able to rebound very quickly if you do fall, maybe catching yourself before you fall down onto the ground. So this is going to be a short video of a few key things that you can do maybe on a regular basis, and notice if it changes anything for you for your balance. So let's get started. First, we're going to start with that pointer. So we'll start with the eyes. So just have your finger in front of you, and you're simply going to move the finger away from you and bring the finger back in. Now you're moving the finger, you are not moving your head. You're just moving your finger. And then, go from side to side. These are a lot of exercises that you might do in a eye doctor's office when they're checking your eyes. So, you're probably familiar with this, but make this an actual exercise for yourself. And then you bring the pointer up, bring it down, do that several times. And this doesn't have to take long, just a little bit. So you wake up the dormancy of your eyesight. Remember, 70% of our information comes from our brain. Go in a circle. Again, this doesn't have to take long. That's what I love about these practices. They don't take much time, but you'll get a lot for your money. Let's put it that way. And then you go from one corner to the other corner, one corner to the other corner. Again, you're not moving your head. You're just moving the eyes to strengthen the eyes and get the full range of motion in your eyes. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Try to do that every day. And then if your eyes hurt a little bit, then warm them up and warm your hands up and just place the palms on your eyes to soothe them a little bit. And also, you don't want to look cross-eyed. If the finger's coming too close and you're starting to look cross-eyed, you're bringing the pointer in too close. So that's one way. The other thing is getting our proprioceptors activated. So we're going to do some shaking. I was just talking about your proprioceptors. You want to activate those proprioceptors because they help with balance. They help you navigate your place in space. Shaking is one way of activating your proprioceptors. Shaking is also really good to release some congestion in the body, getting your heart rate up a little bit, getting some heat to the surface of the skin, also very good for your immune system, and it releases stress, stagnation, and it's really good for arthritic, your joints. So if you have arthritis, this is a great thing to do on a daily basis. Again, these are short little things that you can do. Releasing, the joints. So the major joints are your ankles, your knees, your hips, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, and your neck. So just doing a little bit of a shake out for the day does a lot, again, for balance. So we're getting ready to do a little bit of a TaiChi flow, but we got to open up the flow also. So this also breaks up that congestion, creates more of an opening in your body. You can also breathe pretty deep, inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth to release some of that congestion. Also to release toxins, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. And then stop. Again, just a little bit of shaking. You're probably going to feel some activation in the hands. We're going to also warm up the hands. We're going to do some tapping for those proprioceptors to activate those little antennas on our body, on our skin. That helps us navigate our place in space. Activate your knuckles and your nails, so you should feel a lot of energy in the hands. We're going to go right in some tapping. So we're tapping the head, getting some circulation. Again, this is about circulation also. We're tapping the head, getting some circulation to the brain. That shaking also is good for your synovial fluid, getting your joints. Synovial fluid helps to keep your joints healthy and flexible. We're going to tap around our eyes. We're going to tap around the jaw and the mouth. We're just tapping our body. Anything that feels good on tap. You don't want to bang your head. You don't want to be too aggressive. If an area hurts, then just back off of it. We're going to tap around our ear. So we're getting some stimulation to our body too. So feeling off balance, you're probably not getting enough stimulation to your body. So again, this is a really easy thing to do, is just tapping your body, getting the body stimulated. And we're going to tap the inside of her arms. You can use a little fist if you want for tapping. You can use the whole palm of your hand if you want for tapping. But just go up and down the arm to start here. Now the hands are highly activated areas of your body because we touch everything with our hands. Our feet are also another area that has high proprioception because we're touching everything with our feet. We're walking. And the mouth, because we're eating, we're talking. Another area for high proprioception. So these are very, so when you're clapping the hands, you're activating those proprioceptors in that highly activated energy area of your body. We're going to tap on the outside of the arm to the back of the shoulder blade. We're just going to do that a few times. So again, this is all about stimulation. Doesn't take much, doesn't take long. It's just, and don't worry about the direction of how you're doing this. I just want you to tap. And sometimes if you feel, it's also really good for your joints too, tapping. Maybe your elbows is feeling some discomfort, could be arthritic. Give it some tapping to bring some circulation to the area. That'll help release some pain as well. So this is all really good for pain. Let's activate those hands again. And then on the outside of the arm, we're tapping, we're stimulating our body. We're touching our hand to our body, highly activated area of the body, your hands and the feet and the mouth, like I said. So we're activating, stimulating all these centers that are being stimulated for your proprioception. You're waking it up. You're waking the dormancy up of your body, the dormancy of the eyes, moving the eyes in many different directions. We're going to wake up dormancy in the skin for the proprioception. We're going to tap around the hips. You're going to tap your glutes. You're going to massage your low back and then tap down the backs of the legs, waking up the legs, getting some circulation, tapping the inside of the legs, circulation, tapping down the outside. So we're covering everything here, waking up that proprioception for a better balance, better movement in your day. And then just tapping all around here, all around the belly, all around this area, and then stop. Hopefully you feel some tingling. That means you're getting some circulation, you're getting those proprioceptors to work. So now we're going to start with the eye coordination again with a little bit of movement. And we're going to take in our view around us like I had talked about. But we're going to do it with some movement also. Now you can do this wherever you are and just kind of look around wherever you are. You know, if you're in the doctor's office, look around the room, look behind you, see what's around your environment instead of just walking in a room straight ahead and not looking at anything else. Take it in. That's good for the brain. You're taking information in through the eyes. It's going to help you find your balance also. But this we're going to just use a little bit of, let's lift the arms up all the way up above you, as long as that's comfortable. If not, modify it for yourself. With your eyes, soft gaze, not a strained gaze, a soft gaze. Start to turn towards one direction. Bring one arm in front of you, one arm behind you. Now, with the soft gaze, look behind you. Just take that view in. Look in front of you. Take that view in. Bring both hands up again, look up what's above you, turn the whole body around, dropping one arm behind you, one arm in front of you, look behind you, use those eyes, look in front of you, use those eyes, look above you, use your eyes, turn, looking up, look at your hands, follow the hands down. So you're activating the brain and your vision. Bringing the hands all the way back down, looking below you. And then come back to standing. Another reason why we lose our balance is posture. We tend to start leaning forward. I'm exaggerating this, but there's actually people who walk like this and their heads are all your weight's forward on the spine. And then looking down so you don't fall, that's a prescription that you're probably going to fall. So we want to shift the weight. You don't want too much weight forward on your feet. You want the weight more on the heels. You really 50-50 would be ideal. 50 in front, 50 in back. So kind of notice how you're standing. You know, just kind of without doing anything, just notice how you're standing. So what I'm noticing right away, I have too much weight in the inside of my feet. I'm pronated. And if I don't pay attention, this starts to happen for me. My knees start to go in. And that is also not a good, that's a prescription for falling. So you can't walk like this and then shuffle your feet. So you want to feel yourself connected to that earth energy, which is going to keep that sturdiness and help you balance also by balancing with the earth below you. So a good way to find that is, again, move forward a little bit on the feet, move back a little bit on the feet, and then find that just right position. Keep the knees a little bit softer too. You're going to press the feet away from each other. It's an isometric movement. You can't even see it happening, something you can practice often. And as you're pressing the feet away from each other, you should feel some activation externally rotating the knees so they're not collapsing. And you should feel your arches lifting up also with this little movement. Another way you can do this is press your thighs and your hands into your thighs into your hands, and activate the legs. Feel them nice and strong. You want this sturdy. You want your low body sturdy. And some good exercises are to do squats for those thigh muscles. You need those strong thigh muscles to get up and down out of a chair, in and out of a car. That's for another video. But finding your posture. Now the lower body is engaged. You're rooted down. So we have this energy below you, the earth, and we have this energy above us. So we're rooting down into the earth, into our legs, and the energy is lifting us up. So you've got these two opposing movements, up and down. This will elongate your spine. And now you're connected to the earth. You're connected to the energy above you and around you, all around you. Your eyes have been activated. You're stimulated by your proprioceptor stimulation. You're stimulated by the shaking. And now we're just simply standing on earth. How did you show up today? What's your alignment like? Align yourself with these energies. This is going to help with balance. Align yourself with the earth energy below you because it's a biomagnetic field. We are energy and we're connecting with that biomagnetic field so we don't feel woozy and loopy. These are great things to do before you start your day. You know, activate, ground yourself, get your proprioceptors going, get your eyes, your vision going, loosen up a little bit, and connect with the energy around you. Especially if you're going someplace where it's really crowded, like a mall, like I was telling you. So that day I went to the mall, I did fall because I left my house without checking in. I was in a hurry for no reason, and I fell going up an escalator because I wasn't paying attention. So, and that's when accidents happen. So Okay, so we're really mindful of our body right now. Now we're going to start a little bit of a Tai Chi movement. And this is all for balance and agility, and something, again, you can do, every day. It's part of a Tai Chi practice. I'm not going to go into a full Tai Chi practice. I have lots of videos on that. But for this one particular, this is really good to stimulate our senses and our range of how we move from side to side, back and forth. So you're just going to bring your hands in front of you. You're going to press soft knees. You're going to press your hands away from you, bring them back in, press them away, bring them back in. So we're just going to mindfully move the hands to one side, mindfully move the hands back in, mindfully move the hands away, mindfully bring them back in. Now this time I'm going to move my hands away and I'm going to tap my toe out, like you're stepping into tapping your toe in water. Bring it back in, go to the other side, mindfully move, other side. Now do it at a 4-second tempo, which this is how it'll look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one, you're moving the hands out to the side and you're stepping your toe in front. Come back to center. Let's do that again. Hands to the side, toe steps out, and back to center. We'll do that 4 count, mindfully moving your hands. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll do it again, alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now behind, bring the hands to the side, the foot behind. Back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we'll alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one, hands to the side. We're going to take one foot behind us, a little bit of a curtsy, and then back. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side, hands to the side. Bring that back, front leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do alternate sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to bring it all together. So we're going to do the 4-second count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Behind. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And curtsy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now to separate the legs a little bit, we're just going to sway the arms from side to side. Find that 4-second count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're just swaying. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're slowly just swaying, getting a little looser, because we're going to stand on one leg soon. Just a little looser, finding that 4-second count. Feel a little bit of a rhythm going with this. Now this time we're going to come over. We're going to lift, the toes are going to touch the floor. Your thumb is facing you. The other hand is like kickstanding so you can stay in one place. And then we'll come sway over again. Back here, toe, finger, hand. Swaying over to the side. And back. And we'll do this slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can lift the foot off now, off the floor. If you can't, that's fine. Just keep it pointed. Still just as good. But maybe you might notice, oh, I'm standing a little longer on lifting my leg up. I'm swaying my body. It's fluid. And I'm just lifting that leg up at a slow, smooth pace. Slow, smooth pace. Slow, smooth pace. And then just sway again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just kind of loosen up a little. Just flowing a little bit. Smooth and slow. And then this time we're going to do this side. Just tap the toe, thumbs pointing, other hands kickstanding, holding your place in space. And then we sway again to the other side. Point the toe, sway. So this is called a rooster. Stands on one leg. Swaying again. Maybe you want to try and lift the leg. Sway again. Sway again. Flow again. 4-second count. Again. And one more. And then just go back to swaying. Back and forth. Back and forth. Just swaying back and forth. Slow, smooth movement. And just noticing how you feel. Wasn't a lot, but maybe you might feel a little bit more balanced, a little bit more agile, going from side to side. You're rooted down into the feet, into the earth. You're lengthening up through the crown of the head. It's a full experience of movement. A full experience of movement. Let's just do one more. We're just going to lift one arm up. If you ever saw The Karate Kid, there's a scene where the master's teaching this young kid karate, and he's getting frustrated because the master makes him paint fences with a brush. But really what he's doing is teaching him how to smoothly move his hands and his arm. And if you do it long enough, you feel that flow. You feel that movement is embedded in your brain. So you do the 4-second count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're kind of retraining the dormancy of your brain to work a little smoother, to move smoother, slower, and mindful. And then we'll do both of them again. This is called opening the flow. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Let's gather everything here and let it move through you. Feeling that smooth, slow flow where you feel sturdy and balanced. Hope this helps. Give it a try. Let me know how you do. If you like my videos, subscribe. I try to get something out at least once a week. But thank you for joining me, and be well, everyone. Thank you.